What is Mythic Quest?
Welcome to Rated U for Unpopular, where we review things that me and Obi over here enjoy. And that's right, we changed his name to Obi. If you listen to the podcast, you'll realize that this is now Orange's boy instead of just Keegan. It's Orange's nuts, Orange's bro. Alright.
Bro.
So, what we're talking about today is Mythic Quest. What is Mythic Quest? Mythic Quest is one of the fucking worst television shows I've seen in all my life. It's Apple Store, what you call it, the exclusive. It's about a game designing company, and my fucking god, do I have shit that I want to say.
No. You were lying there. They sell it as a game developing series, but it's not. In the fucking
Ubisoft helped to make this game. Ubisoft, and they still fucked up the game designing part of this show. How do you fuck up that badly? Okay, so we clearly want to start with what we don't like about the show. However, I'm going to start with what I do like about the show, because I like to give positives before I like to fuck you in the asshole. Alright, so, what is good about the show? Episode 5 has got Jake Johnson and Christine Milioti, I think the name is. Now, with those two actors, you can never go wrong when you have a rom-com setting. That episode has absolutely nothing to do with the whole show. It's about how a guy meets a girl, the girl meets the guy who's actually a game designer. The two of them go into business together, they become a husband-wife partnership, and then eventually it gets fucked up because, you know, game companies, they become fucking hungry for money. Ubisoft should know all about that shit. Thank you, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah, shout out to EA, Ubisoft. That episode is the best episode for me, honestly, because it's more than just the best show out of that, but I feel like it's one of the greatest things I've seen in series-wise in a long time. But like I said, you can't go wrong with Jake Johnson and Christine Milioti. Like they're from A New Girl and How I Met Your Mother. Other than that, I like the little twist at the end that you find out about the head designer, was it creative director?
Yeah.
Ian Grimm. Your name is fucking Ian, guy. We could see it from the very get-go. I don't know who the fuck calls you Ian Grimm. And at least if you wanted to change your name to Ian Grimm, make it I-R-O-N. It makes you look like a hard man, right? But you go Ian Grimm. The last episode has got a nice twist. I do want to see where it goes from here, because like this game company is really crazy. I think, honestly, I've got nothing else. How is Rob, is his name Rob Mahaney?
I think so.
Yeah, the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The team that made that show made this show. I heard that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is really good, right? But this was really bad, and it's written by the same people that make that. Where did you guys go fucking wrong? Okay, maybe it's because it's made by guys that obviously have no idea how game designing works. They make the same mistake that all the Disney fucking shows make. So Rob Mahaney is the best part of the show. Ian Grimm. The only issue I have with him is that they can't seem to decide whether his character wants to be an alpha male, an egotistical psychopath, or whether he's just a general good guy at the end of the day. Because that's what he is. That's what he shows better than what he shows with his alpha male stuff. So he's a nice combination of both. He is the best part about the show, other than episode 5, which, you know, has the lossless combination of Christine and Jake. So you guys know I sucked at How I Met Your Mother and that New Girl thing. You know, they come all over my face essentially. What are the bad? Wait, Keegan, do you have anything good that you want to say about the show?
I literally have nothing to say.
Yes.
I have nothing good to say about the show. From start to end, I fucking hated every second of watching this. But wasting my time.
We're just gonna jump right into the fucking negatives. Okay, I wanted to write these negatives down, but that would be giving the show too much of my fucking time. Okay, first of all, you heard us talk about the game designing part. The game designing in this fucking show is terrible. First of all, you keep showing us transitions of For Honor and shots of Assassin's Creed as if your game is a combination of those two games. But those of us who watched E3 when they first introduced this fucking show know what For Honor is. So how do you expect us to buy that shit? Are you fucking dumb? Then how are you going to have a show about game designing, but every time we see the game on your show, the look of it and the gameplay mechanics change completely, right? You have a UI that changes every 2 episodes, right? Sometimes the UI is not fucking there, despite the fact that these are people making the game. The QA testers of the game, the QA testers, people that are hired to test and play video games, skip cutscenes, as if cutscenes can't have bugs. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna read. Wait.
Apart from the shit that he just said, I do agree with all of that. I do not agree with one thing, the UI thing. Yes, always fucking gone. The gameplay is always different. Every fucking episode, every clip. They'll show a clip the next 5 minutes. They'll show
Yes,
the
they're different fucking UI. What the fuck?
They got one thing right and one thing constant. It's the shovel mechanic that they did.
Yes.
The shovel
And
mechanic.
that's only because it was the arc of one episode.
Yes.
Literally because it was the arc of one episode.
First episode, it was all fucking argument over shovel. That's the
Oh my God.
constant thing.
Oh my god.
And this is the biggest thing. I think this is the biggest thing.
How do you make that big a deal about a fucking shovel?
My biggest fucking thing, my biggest gripe over this whole series is how they treat streamers like they are the gods of gaming.
Okay.
A 14-year-old with 10 million streaming subscribers, I'm gonna fucking listen to him like he's the best game reviewer ever. Because as soon as he stops playing this game, nobody's gonna want to play my fucking game anymore. That's exactly how this works. That is how the gaming works.
They make game mechanics specifically for this little shit streamer to say, oh, it's cool, I give it 4 buttholes out of 5. Who the fuck cares how many buttholes a game gets? If it gets any buttholes, I don't want to play it. Okay? Not only that. Like, how are you streaming, but your streams have clearly been edited in a like in Adobe Studios? You can see that they fucking. Oh no, actually, no. Why would it be Adobe? I mean, it's Apple. Obviously, they use the cack Mac to edit these videos. Maybe that's why your streams look so cack. Is it YouTube that we're looking at? Is it Twitch that we're looking at? Because they are clearly not live streaming. Okay, that's one thing. But they have chats as if they're live streaming. They announce news like it's new as if they're live streaming. But they are cuts in between the live stream. They are edits added to the live stream, and they do things that no live streamer does, like adding little colors and poopy this and poopy that and sound effects clearly put into YouTube videos. They don't show when new people are joining the stream, which would happen if your stream is big, right? They don't show what any actual YouTube shows look like concerning this game, and they rely almost solely on one streamer, Pooty Shoe. More like Pooty Kak, you little naive. Yes, Cloudax is rolling his eyes. Cloudax is what is filming us right now. Yes. He's rolling his eyes because he knows for the fact that's obviously supposed to be a joke about PewDiePie, Pooty Shoe. Man, fuck off with that shit.
But you're forgetting the biggest thing. The biggest fucking fuck up with the streaming thing is that he advertises during his stream. Smack dab in the middle, he has an advertisement just
right there. Because that's how streaming works. I want you to go watch Twitch right now. Go watch Twitch. Don't look at me funny. Don't look at me funny. Go watch Twitch. Do it. And see if that's how fucking streaming works. There are streams that have been recorded and finished that are not as edited as that guy's streams were. But that's how streams work. This 14-year-old little shit, this little turd that hangs off the edge of the earth and gets dropped right into the rest of the 14-year-olds that are playing Fortnite and shit. This kid decides, I'm not gonna play Mythic Quest anymore. What happens? No one wants to play Mythic Quest anymore because one 14-year-old little shit doesn't want to play the game. That makes fucking sense.
Of course
that
it makes
fucking sense.
I mean, if Ninja had to stop playing Fortnite,
no one will play Fortnite. Who's gonna play? What's Fortnite?
Why?
Ninja doesn't play it anymore.
So that must be a
What the fuck is
competition.
Fortnite? I've never seen it before in my life. Okay. Further than that, you can see our issues are almost solely focused on the gaming designing part of it. And that's because Ubisoft helped make this. So you'd think that Ubisoft would help them make it more authentic. I only watched the show because I thought they were going to do things better. They tried to show Assassin's Creed Odyssey and For Honor as if they're like part of the game, but then later they actually call the game Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah. So what are you trying? Like, I'm confused.
Is it in the cutscene where, the scene where the woman's like, I don't watch cutscenes?
Yes.
And then
where the QA tester says that she skips cutscenes because they're fucking boring. Do you know how lucky you are to even get cutscenes in an MMORPG? You stupid bitch who's obviously never played a real fucking game before because they keep changing it from Xbox controller to PlayStation controller to controller I have never seen before in my fucking life.
To mouse and keyboard? Don't forget the mouse and keyboard.
Yes, mouse and keyboard.
But the thing is, the fucking writer for this game, the person that gives the dialogue
has never played the game before.
Has never played the game, but apart from that,
I can
when
buy
he
that.
said
I can
that
buy
I
that.
make cutscenes and I make great fucking cutscenes because they make a game. He showed a cutscene from Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
No, from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you know what he said? Oh no, that's from Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yes.
He said that's from
Assassin's Creed. But to show us Assassin's Creed Odyssey as though it's part of your fucking game. But then your game doesn't even have remotely the same mechanics that either For Honor or Assassin's Creed Odyssey has. How are you this stupid? Okay, not only this, but the QA tester. And Cloudax, I want you to look at me now yourself, right? I want you to look for my camera. The QA tester. I'm looking at Cloudax. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at Cloudax. Because I want you to feel this. The QA tester has never played Last of Us, has never played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and has never played Red Dead Redemption 2. Three of the biggest games, no, I don't know about God of War. Three of the biggest games that have come out during the year that they came out, right? How is she a QA tester, a game tester, if she's never played any actual good fucking games? Cloudax, do you see what I mean? I'm looking at Cloudax again because he can validate how fucking stupid that is. She has never seen any of the cutscenes from any of those games, so she's clearly never played them unless she skipped through all of them. In which case, why are you playing those games? Why are you playing them? Why are you playing games? Why are you playing an MMORPG with a story? Hey, why don't you go play Fortnite? You'll never get bored in Fortnite because there's never cutscenes. Why don't you say, we can make our own stories when we play online? That's some privileged shit. Huh? That's some privileged shit. I can't make a story on Fallout 76. It's too much of a cuck game because stupid ass QA testers like you don't play the game properly because you skip cutscenes and shit. I'm done for this fucking thing. I'm done. What about the story? What's cuck about the story?
The story follows, as you know, this little gaming company, very, very small, fucked up, don't know what the fuck they're doing gaming company. And the reason why I say this is because the director will come and he will say, look, we are going to ship the game today.
Yeah, the expansion.
The expansion. But he's way too indecisive. One guy says, the creative director is like, no, we're not going to ship it today, I'm going to noodle. I'm going to noodle with this little shovel.
Yeah, I'm going to think
and
about it.
he just
it's a shovel mechanic.
breaks.
He noodles about a shovel mechanic. A shovel mechanic is going to cause the game to get delayed. A shovel mechanic. Because the creator of the shovel mechanic doesn't want to make people make dicks with the shovel. Then why the fuck is the shovel there if I can't make a penis with the shovel? I want to be able to dig a penis with the shovel. Do you know what they do with the shovel later? They make Nazi symbols. That's called freedom to play.
That is a big fucking gripe I had.
Yes.
That whole episode focused around 40 Nazis in a game. And we had reference from Kotaku, right?
Kotaku,
yes. They said, front page news, it's bad though. Mythic Quest supports Nazis. How does 40 random motherfuckers that support Nazism now become white supremacy? White supremacy!
Whole game!
And now the whole thing is, should we kick the Nazis or should we help the Nazis?
Always kick out the Nazis. And like, when they put them in their own server, look man, I do not feel that you should disrespect someone for their ideology, because some ideologies are stupid, and I'm sorry, that's just what we can say. It's like some people think that certain ideologies are stupid and some ideologies are very harmful, but you're entitled to your ideology no matter what. How you take it out on people though, that is the difference. And therefore I would never say sensei anyone. You have the freedom to say and express yourself as long as you're not causing harm to anyone physically, right? So what they did at the end of the game, they're relegating all those Nazi players to their own server. I think that was the best choice. That is how game designers should work, right? But still, you're gonna tell me that when you made the game shovel mechanic, you could think of, you thought of, I don't want to let people play, I don't want to let people make penises, but you never thought about Nazi symbols, you never thought about the racism symbols. That just shows you where the fucking minds of these creators are at.
You know what's best? The Nazis in that same episode still mocked them and made a swastika out of dicks.
Yes.
That
was amazing. That was amazing.
Mind blowing.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Do you know what? Okay, when you guys play an online game, and this is now just a little aside, I want to put the tangent. When you guys play an online game, okay, and you can play Guild Wars 2, one of my favorites. You can't chat in the game with a voice chat unless you're using Discord. And if you chat on the game, only people in your party can hear you. Right? Only people in your party can hear you. On this game, when you chat, everyone can hear you around you and you're in the game. It's as if the character itself is saying everything in a cutscene that you are saying as the player. That is not how games work. How do you still make that same mistake? The story part, I will say for the very least, there's a big climax at the end. I thought it was fantastic. The Masked Man versus Iron Grim. Yeah. That was actually quite exciting. Games don't work like that, but it was still quite exciting. It's a terrible display of how online games work. It really is. but it was still exciting. Other than that, the rest of the story, the characters are all annoying. All annoying. There's not a single character that doesn't fucking work on your nerves. Either because they all want to be edgy or they all want to be fucking lame.
On the topic of characters, take any basic character trope and just slap it onto every character in that
all of them have
All of
these.
them.
The basics. The basics. Okay. Now time for our rating. Because I wanted to have this 10 minutes. It's clearly not gonna be 10 minutes. We have too much cuck that we want to say. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna tell you that the characters are cuck. The story is boring. And the game designing aspect is the worst part of all of it. Despite the fact that this is a show made about game designing. So I'll get my anger. And now I'm going to give it a rating. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Right? I want us to use out of 10s here. That's how I do it on the podcast, and that's how I want to do it here because it helps you know what exactly whether you really want to go for it. Because I mean 4 out of 10 is still not as bad as a 2 out of 10, but I mean 4 out of 10 is no better than a fucking 7 out of 10. So I mean it's worse than a 7 out of 10. I don't want to be silly. I'm sorry. You guys, this fucking show flusters me. So 4 out of 10. That's what you get. Don't fucking bother with it.
I give them 4 psychotic, toxic masculinity men out of 10.
Yes. 4 psychotic, toxic masculinity out of 10. That is what the rating is now. I'll put it up on the screen now, but I don't know how to yet, but I'll do it. Boom, right there. 4 psychotic, toxic masculinity out of 10. Fucker. Alright, thank you all for watching. Leave a like. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully next time we'll have a better show or a movie.
If he gives me cuck again, I'm gonna assault him on this video.
I'm sorry, I asked LB to watch.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll have a better review next time. We were not so angry. Other than that, please have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. Do not fucking watch Mythic. See you next time.